There are so many new changes, like the new roguelike Crucible dungeon, the Exalted mechanic and all the other fixes. But I don't care that much about those. What I do care is that I can now pet cats. And oh my god, they are so cute. This is my life now. I seriously can't stop myself from not petting them. I seriously went for an entire hour hunting down all the cats in Sacrament. And I must say, there are a lot of them. Oh, we also have a dog, and even though I don't want to admit it, he's also so cute. Who's a good boy? This is now a 10 out of 10 game. Okay, let's get back to the patch. The Crucible is the biggest change and it really feels like a complete new game. The addition of echoes truly changes the entire game. Echoes bestow various temporary effects upon the player and the dungeon. They are basically like boons from the Hades game. Now every Crucible run feels different. The design of the randomized rooms give a completely different aesthetic. Before it was like a medieval dungeon, now it really feels like it's a dark fantasy game. With the addition of echoes, they finally fixed the attack speed mechanic and other stats that were bugged before. But if you think echoes only give you stat increase, you are wrong. I found a lot of fun ones like exploding enemies or lighting strikes. There are a lot of echoes to be discovered, like over 200 of them. Another change is that to enter the Crucible you don't need to have fallen embers anymore. But you will still need fallen embers if you want to respec your character stats. We also have a new character, Seneschal. The Seneschal is a new NPC that you can only find in the middle of the Crucible dungeon. You can collect gloam seeds through the dungeon and unlock new mechanics like the respec option. I think the best thing about this NPC is that it will unlock the option to turn your gear into Exalted, meaning it will maximize the stats of that gear. This is a huge game changer. Now don't think the Echo Knight will become easier, as with this new patch, the final boss of the Crucible is harder to beat than ever. They increased his health by a lot, and a lot of older builds feel like they tickle him. Other significant changes to the main world of the game are that NPCs have more unique dialogue. You can now find shortcut paths to different areas of the map. And the fastest NPC in the game is probably the guy in the wheelchair. The Watcher. I mean, look at him moving from the balcony at lightning speed. Another huge change is that now runes have descriptions. This was probably one of the most requested features, and we finally can see what every rune does. Besides the runes, they added more enchantments for bows. I haven't tested this yet, but before bows were better with 4 gems, all the enchantments for bows were useless. Before I move to the bad things about this patch, I just want to mention a few bug fixes that they finally address. The list is huge and I'm not going to talk about every one of them, but they finally fixed the bug where you were falling out of the world map. They fixed the T-posing enemies when killed outside of player view. Fixed similar bounties rolling at the same time. Fixed missing health bar, fixed player clipping through vines, fixed elemental damage descriptions, and many more. It's a huge list, but these are the ones I personally have encountered. Now let's get to the bad stuff of this patch. Firstly, the Crucible does not give experience anymore, so you can't level up fast like you used to. Hopefully this will not be a problem when the full game comes out, as you will be able to level up through the main quest and normal progression of the world. And secondly, you can't wear the same ring anymore, meaning you can't have the same name ring. For me, the fierce rings were the best rings to effectively increase damage and armor at the same time. And having 3 of them gave me a huge power spike in my builds. Now you can only have 1 ring of the same name. I feel this was unnecessary, but at least we now can use the rings that give attack speed. And that is it. If you liked this video, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments.